Good day everyone, I am Pauline Palma and for today, I will be discussing one of the developing an inclusive and accessible system. Develop a long-term accessibility vision and short-term accessibility targets, including metrics to monitor the progress towards achieving the vision and targets. The pillar of Pangasinan is a systematic approach to building and maintaining accessibility. It involves a long-term vision and short-term targets for achieving that vision, as well as metrics for measuring progress towards reaching those targets. Inclusive and accessible systems are a pillar of the Pangasinan government's vision for the province. The government has developed an inclusive and accessible system based on three pillars. Number 1, equity. Number 2, access. And the last one is inclusion. The first pillar is equity. In order to achieve equitable access, all people must have equal opportunity to get into education and participate in society. This includes children with disabilities and those living in poverty, as well as other marginalized groups like indigenous peoples, migrants, and refugees. The second pillar is access. All people must have access to services like healthcare, housing, and food security so they can live healthy lives. Access includes transportation services that allow people with disabilities to get around safely, as well as jobs that enable them to earn a living wage without having to rely on welfare payments or other government's assistance programs that may not meet their needs or meet their basic needs adequately, such as housing. The final pillar is inclusion. People should be included in a society as fully participating members who are able to participate fully in civic life through voting rights at local elections, free legal aid for those who cannot afford legal representations, quality education for all children regardless of socio-economic background or race.
For creating safe spaces can accommodate wheelchairs and other mobility devices. We have to be inclusive in creating the environment for everyone where people with disability were considered as we make it so that it will be more convenient and easier for them. In this way, they will feel free to move and feel recognized by everyone, since their needs were catered and accommodated. Number 2, programs to raise awareness. Awareness means that we want to promote the safe space we wanted to have for everyone. Programs can reach many people, which can be beneficial to open their eyes and help them be mindful with their actions toward people with differences. In this way, we can provide more activities and space for each one of us to feel accepted and included, regardless to our differences. Number 3, communication. Let's give each other a chance to speak and listen, because in this way, we create a better way of communicating on each other, where we addresses each other's feeling and needs. This creates a space for everyone to interact with each other and build a relationship where their voices are heard and their needs are seen.
Disability is one the barriers that create problem to an individual who have it. So in order to overcome this limitation to them, creating services, products, and facilities that they can use will prevent them from having a hard time to access it. Adjustment for those who have disability must be considered so that we can cater their needs and understand that they also observe to access the built environment. Things must be available and usable to those with physical, cognitive, intellectual, and sensory needs. Access to programs, services, and facilities creating a safe space means giving them their respective rights to also be part of programs regardless of their differences. Furthermore, they deserve the benefits taken from services and facilities. Thus, this promotes inclusivity and accessibility. Next is law and policy implemented to prevent discrimination and bullying. Discrimination and bullying are one of the things that hindrance an individual in living a normal life they deserve. However, with the help of laws and policies, instances that result to discrimination were somehow prevented, since they will be under its protection. Due to this, they will be able to exercise their rights and enjoy things without having a fear of being bullied by the people around them. Next, opportunities to have education and employment. Education is one of the things that everyone must have. The opportunities to have education and employment guaranteed a better future for everyone. Thus, everyone have the rights which enables them to access an inclusive education on an equal basis with others.